Hi everyone, welcome to my page, and I'm just really honored to have you to follow the video. Thank you for holding space as well. It is a bit nerve-wracking, to be honest, when I get onto my business page, because there's so many people that I know from all walks of life, but I really appreciate it. I just want to take the time to thank you. And I decided to come on today, and I will be coming on more often. I want to bring some tools that have actually really helped me in my life to help overcome a lot of internal disease and a lot of emotions that really impaired me from living a life that was full of passion and pleasure. And this happened about approximately, I would say, about seven years ago, when I decided to embark on a self-healing journey that was very, very focused. But really, my self-discovery journey started many years ago when I was quite young, actually. So, it is a journey getting to know ourselves. So I just wanted to introduce myself briefly. My name is Vanessa Mariano, and I'm a passion and pleasure expert, and I'm a very powerful embodiment teacher. So what I do is I help to empower women to heal addictive behaviors and to let go of limiting beliefs and family entanglements and drama that always holds you back. It causes physical dis-ease and self-neglect, right? So I help women, I empower women by dealing and by facing and by confronting all of this. So oftentimes women that come to me, they come feeling very stuck. They feel very stagnant and dried out and completely passionless. So what I do is that I provide them tools to success by really through guided healings and rituals and mantras, which are really, really powerful, and meditations. And what that does is it helps them to shift their mindset completely and to heal their physical and their emotional bodies, right? I also show them how to be present, very present, and how to clear the energy, okay? How to clear the energy within, and also how to embody the full sacred self, okay? So that's my speciality. That's exactly where I'm an expert in. I healed myself from an autoimmune disease when I was 25, 26. But even before that, I mean, I had so many patterns, I was programmed, I had so many issues with unresolved emotional trauma that I carried on from when I was really young, that I carried on from my family generations, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So our body is an amazing vessel, and for me, it was important to build a beautiful relationship with my body. I was forced to, because my body was literally screaming at me and telling me, what was wrong. But obviously, when the illness struck, I had no clue what was going on. So I took the time, and I needed to gather resources. So resources, people, is actually a very powerful, powerful, powerful tool. So what I want to talk to you about today, just briefly, because I'm not gonna have a long as video. I want to talk to you about anxiety and how it really is an epidemic in today's world. And I was blessed to get this illness. I know it sounds a bit bizarre saying that, but because it really aligned me on my path of learning about myself, learning about how to take care of my vessel, learning how to be aware of external situations, external scenarios, right? And how I could, obviously, and my internal mechanisms, right? When you are aware, you are able to identify, you are able to question, and you are very perceptive, right? With your energy and the external energies. So are you one of those people that are feeling completely overloaded with anxiety? Do you know what anxiety is? Can you recognize it within your body? Can you identify it? Because when you are so stuck in that normal routine of living, it manifests, but a lot of people just continue to repress it. It's just so normal to continue to repress your emotions. And what happens is that's when anxiety gets built up in your body, and that's really tension, that's muscle tension in the body. And what it does is it stops you from taking in-breaths, like deep in-breaths. And as you in-breath, I see that symbolically, I see that as a way of breathing in life. and breathing in love, and yes, just breathing in love and life, right? So when you have anxiety, your in-breath is so short that you are unable to receive, because there are certain mechanisms in your mind as well that are stopping you from allowing, that are stopping you from allowing. It could be receiving, things that make you happy. There could be a lot of barriers stopping you. It could be layers of shame and guilt. And, I will talk about this more and more because there's, for me, it's a simple concept now, but as I was learning about it, it was very intricate, it was very complicated because there was a lot of internal processes that I had to go through to forgive myself and to really get to understand and understand myself and my body, right, and how it worked. Okay, so I want to ask you, how are you keeping your vessel clean? How are you, is there anything that you're doing in your days that is helping you to keep your vessel clean? So what I did was I started to, again, on this, self-discovery journey and self-healing journey, I discovered, I realized I had to stop and be very honest with myself, and I just had to get clarity as to how external situations and scenarios and people were affecting, were having an effect on me, okay, physically. So it's normally through, if you become observant, and maybe you're at your early stages, but following your breath, me following my breath, that really is an indication of tapping into, my inner world and asking, what is it that is bothering you? So first thing is to grab pen and pad and to write down what are the situations in your life, right, daily, that you live where it is having an effect on you, like an internal effect on you, okay? So what I did, and it really helped to get clarity, was someone's just come on. Thank you for joining. I'm just explaining. The question that I asked was, how do you keep your vessel clean? Because a lot of people have a lot of anxiety. They have a lot of physical symptoms, and they don't really know how to. They don't really detect it. First of all, they continue to suppress their emotions, and they continue living life in autopilot as if nothing is really affecting them and bothering them. But really, that's just a lack of your own self-understanding. So it's very powerful to sit down with a pen and pad and write down, how are external situations affecting me? So writing down things where you know that you are feeling uncomfortable, just getting really clear about that, and then also evaluating how it makes you feel. So you can use another page and write down how does it make me feel in those scenarios, right? That's a very simple exercise that you can start with. And what I've done, there's a few action steps here actually, okay? So the first is to evaluate situations, then your emotions. Then I would say taking an action step, what you can do to alter that, okay? Just to alter that. But so it's going to require you to kind of tune in a little bit. And what I did, I remember I was on the bus. It was a time I set myself 30 days, and I set myself 30 days, and I wrote down exactly. I did this exercise, but on top of that, I assigned myself 30 days where I would write down 30 times a sentence that I wanted to fill my body with, and that gave me really high vibration, right? And at the time, I wanted to have support. I wanted to be surrounded by a lot of love and a lot of support and a lot of really good and positive friendships. So I did that. So I wrote down a sentence and I repeated that. I would write it down 30 times for 30 days until I fully embraced the vibration of that, so that I could then vibrate from that frequency and really attract that in my life. So those steps help you to clear, the clutter, and then it helps you, and then the following steps helps you to, fill your body with a positive affirmation of what is important for you now. So that was pretty brief. And that can help you to deal with anxiety. When you are in that moment of anxiety, you do need support. You do need support, and the the action steps that I've given you is something that you can help for yourself. But in the moment of anxiety, it's very important for you to actually work through that. And a way that you can work through that is to actually, well, it's for you to breathe through that level of anxiety. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some daily practices that will only take a few minutes, but you can do as frequently as you can and as you want. That is going to help you to really come back into your body. Okay, because remember, the epidemic of anxiety is also being so detached from your body, it's being in your head. Okay, and even spiritual teachers like myself, it's really important that we do these practices every day so that we continuously keep our vessel clean. So the advantage that I have is that I have the tools that I use with my clients, but I also use on myself every day. Okay, because we're humans and we are energy. And we pick up a lot of gunk that is happening around. And if we are unaware of our internal mechanisms, then what's going to happen is that we're just in a vicious cycle of not really doing our body any good, right? Okay, so this was going to be a really short video. I'm going to stop it right here. I really hope that these exercises, that you can put them into practice and that it's going to give you the benefits. If you do have any questions, please do reach out to me, because I'm very passionate about supporting women and to finding these practices, to finding the time and to finding that space within yourself to know and to honor that you are so worthy of being cared for before you take care of everybody else, okay? So remember, your body is your vessel. It's very sacred. And the way that you are treating yourself, that is how the world around you is going to be showing up for you, okay? So somebody came on, Angela Selby. Hi, Angela, how are you? I don't know whether you are still on, but thank you for joining. I just shared some action steps about how to keep your vessel clean, how to build a bit of awareness as well, self-awareness. And I will be showing up again, and I'll be giving you little practices that you can apply in your day. Remember, I care that women do have the resources and the tools that they can apply daily, because we are a continuous assignment, and we can't go on ignoring ourselves and prioritizing money and family and everything else in our life except for ourselves. Okay, so when you put yourself first, you can just watch the world shift, and you will find yourself really dropping into your body, because you're going to be operating from a space of acceptance, okay, more than anything. So I'm going to send you a lot of love. Thank you so much for taking this space. I know that I don't really show up live a lot, but I'm going to be making it a frequent practice, and sending you love, and I will see you soon.